first gear pops. What's going on, YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. Today's video, I'm about to teach you all how to make your Camaro do the pops and crackles that it does. So there's a secret to it. It's not really a secret, but if you don't know, you don't know. If you do, you do. But I'm about to go over that, some ways to make it sound better than it does from the factory, and just riding around and letting you all hear it in a couple different ways. So that's what today's video is going to be. So a lot of people ask me about the pops and crackles. It does that stock from the factory, and it's a certain way to activate it, just like on the GT350 I had. It's actually way easier on here. You can do it in a more accessible power band. So let's jump into that. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. So Chevy, I don't know exactly what year they decided to make these pops happen, but on the first car that I test drove was a 2016 Chevy SS, and just on the test drive, as I was driving and slowing down, I heard something like popping. I'm like, dude, what is that? So I'm rolling the window down, see what it was, and it was the exhaust. I'm like, oh crap, man, it does that. And shortly after, I had a Mustang GT at that time, and I didn't get that Chevy SS because it was overpriced. They still are. They're always overpriced. Pontiac G8s and all that stuff, they're always overpriced like that. But that's what it did from the factory. And when I got my 2020 Camaro SS 1LE, it did the same thing. But on that car, I amplified it. I got an axle back exhaust. And then after that, I got an H-pipe. It was still somewhat underwhelming. I had the Borla S-type on there. It had the right tone, but it wasn't loud enough. And this setup that I have here, it fixes all of that. So this is the MRT version 3, and it's a little louder than that. So this is the one that doesn't have any mufflers. I like it like that because it's just louder. That's what I wanted, just a louder exhaust. So I wanted it different from the last time. This is it. I feel this is the better setup here, and it has an H-pipe too. And this setup, it takes it from pops and crackles to like booms and piles, so it adds a lot of bass to it, a lot of volume. And then if I want to go further than that, I can go up front because I still have my cats and all that. I can do a secondary cat delete, which is around this area here. But the H-pipe definitely helps. This H-pipe is bigger than the one that I had custom made before. Let's get into this thing. This is a very good sounding exhaust. Stock setup is good, but I like to be a little extra. So we're about to get to that extra part right now. Let me put on my other equipment. Alright, so the key to get the exhaust to pop is when you let go of the accelerator. Like, look at the RPMs, we're at like 4,000. 2,000 and 4,000 is good. 4,000. Let go. It works better when you get on than just let off. But the secret to that is feathering it, like when you get on it. So when I say feather it, that's like while the RPMs are going down, you want to put your foot on the accelerator slightly, not to where the RPMs increase, but on the decel that it just falls slower than it normally would. Like, let me do it again. Let me downshift. Let me go down one more time. 4,000. Just let it sit. You can do it in any gear except for 6th gear if you have the stock exhaust, because the exhaust it closes in 6th gear because it's like the cruising gear. But since I don't have the MPP on here, it'll pop in any gear. It's just harder to make it do because it'll go below 2,000 RPM, but you get the subtle pops. But it definitely loves 2,000 and 4,000 RPM. I say you just let your foot off the accelerator and it just pops. It loves 2,000 and 4,000, slightly above each one. That's something the GT350 taught me. Like, that's how you make the GT350 pop. It's kind of hard to do it on there with just normal shifting. Like this car, you can drive it normally, it'll pop. The GT350, you had to like press the accelerator slightly on D-cell to where it still drops the RPMs. And on there, it was at like 4,000 RPM. So it was hard to do and like easy driving. And this, I'm just cruising and it'll do it now. Now it's at 3,000. It's weak around 3,000, but 2,000 and 4,000 is where you want to be. Let me try to do one after a downshift. Let's try it up here. I'm just going to go to 4,000 RPM and then just let go without doing anything else. Dang, gotta go down to 2nd gear. Let's see if we can get those pops. You was over here going that slow. Again. It really likes to do it in lower gears. It'll be more aggressive. When you get up in higher gears, they're more soft. But first, definitely, that's when it really gets to going off like an AK. But 2nd and 3rd is where you really want to do it. And I'm in 4th gear now. It'll do it. So you downshift. That was in the 2,000 RPM range. All right, let's do some downshifting here. Alright, here we go. Let's do some 1st gear pulls. Or 1st gear pops. One more time before I get to my destination. how you do it. This exhaust sounds crazy, man. Like it really sounds like gunshots. If I do that in the wrong neighborhood, people will probably start ducking. But I'm gonna leave you all with that. About to enjoy the rest of my evening. Just wanted to show you all that. Like, this exhaust is really good stock from the factory, but it can do more if you do a couple of mods to it. So each different level you can do it. You can do axle back. At the H pipe you get more. Secondary cat delete, you can get more pops too. So I'm gonna leave you all with that. See if we can get one more in. Probably not. So we got some carbon buildup cleared out. Man, man, I love this exhaust. But that's it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.